everyone, welcome back. I'd like to introduce our next speaker to you, Sunni Cooper. Sunni works as a digital producer for Market in the customer team here at Envato. She spends her time thinking about how to make customers happier and Market stronger. After running away with the circus, Sunni discovered she likes to juggle priorities more than plates and working in a field where people create really cool digital things. In our presentation today, Sunni is going to be exploring Market customers and take you through some of the ways we've been improving Market to make them happier. Sunni will be taking questions after her session, so please add your questions under the video feed where it says Ask a Question. Please join me in welcoming Sunni. Sunni?
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. As James said, I'm a digital producer for Market and I work in the customer team. So I am so stoked to be here with all of y'all. It's really exciting to see everyone coming in. And I'm super excited to be part of the Envato community. And I'm also pretty excited that I get to spend time thinking about our customers and how to help them. So I spend most of my time trying to figure out the best ways to make our customers happy and how we can help them find what they want quickly and easily, and how to make it easier for them to then buy what they find. Since our customers are your customers, I wanted to talk to you a bit about the different ways we think about our customer base and share some descriptions that might help you get a better understanding of who they are and inform the items that you're creating. I'm also going to talk a bit about what we've been doing lately to make the time that our customers spend on Market a bit better. So to start with, I wanted to talk about the ways that we think about our customers. Let's start with how they want to buy from Envato. So from this angle, there are three broad types of customers. Customers who make creative projects for themselves, digital creative professionals who buy and download items for projects infrequently, and digital creative professionals who buy and download items for projects frequently. So we know that Envato Market serves all of these customer groups, but it doesn't serve all of them equally. So we have Place It, which gives more support to customers who are less expert, who are DIYing a creative project. And we have Elements, which offers inspiration and a subscription payment model, which is a better fit for some customers who use many items often. So next, we look at our customers and segment them based on their behavior. So the four main Market segments based on revenue are website creators, multimedia creators, graphic designers, and communicators. So our website creators are the largest segment of our Market customers. They're mostly freelancers and micro studios. They're downloading WordPress themes and code to make websites, and mostly e-commerce websites. And this segment has the most new buyers. It's the most price sensitive, and it has a really high return rate. Next, we have multimedia creators. Now, they're not the largest segment in revenue, but they are the largest segment by volume of sales. So they're mostly downloading audio, video, and photos and creating social media marketing assets on Facebook and Instagram. They're creating vlogs and they're creating sports promotional videos. These customers are often seeking out unique, fresh, and new content, and they actually do really well on Elements. They also have a higher lifetime value when they use Elements. So next up, we have graphic designers. Now this segment ranges from part-time freelancers to full-time professionals. And as the name suggests, they're mostly downloading graphics, graphic templates, fonts, add-ons, photos. They're using these items to create branding, flyers, news articles and online magazines, and websites. And they have a similar return rate to multimedia creators. Finally, we have our communicators. Now, this segment doesn't perform super well on Market. They're generally one-off buyers. They're usually creating marketing and business presentations for their companies, and they're mostly downloading presentation slides and photos. So, since web creators are our largest segment on Market, I'd like to introduce three customer profiles in this group: Taj, Francis, and Tito. Each of these people is representative of a larger group of customers. They can be helpful examples to make customers more relatable and maybe inform some focus points when you're creating items. So first up, we have Taj. Now, Taj is a developer who started a technology solutions business with his cousin. He helps businesses such as grocery stores, landscapers, politicians, and retailers take their businesses online. He frequently buys WordPress themes from ThemeForest and plugins from Code Canyon. Taj has advanced skills in WordPress and code and beginner design skills, so he usually gets somebody else to help out with the design aspects of his business. A quote from Taj that really describes this profile is, "The first thing is, what are the options the program has? How good is it and how well can it work? What errors and problems can it create for me? Trust is a big thing. Envato earned trust through quality." So Taj wants to help his customers grow and succeed online, but he also really wants his own business to grow and expand. And like most of us, he wants to save time and resources. So his pain points are mostly focused around time and functionality. So not finding what he needs quickly because detailed information or live demos are not provided upfront, not having enough customizability with the assets that he's using, and updates not keeping up with the industry fast enough. So if you want to appeal to a customer like Taj, the recommendations are, wherever you can, provide live demos over screenshots, invest in detailed documentation, especially around customization options, and keep on top of global trends to provide relevant updates when these customers need it most. Next up, we have Frances. Now, Frances owns a small specialized business, but she's a hobbyist when it comes to technology. She's working on a variety of different projects at any given time. She occasionally needs website templates and plugins for functionality on her sites in order to publicize her personal work. So Frances is competent in WordPress, but she's really a beginner with code and design. A quote from Frances that's particularly descriptive for this profile is, "I think the industry is still very opaque. There is still technical language that excludes the owners of websites. I'm looking for a theme that's doing most of the stuff I need. I don't need a consultant to customize it. All I want to have to do is upload content. I'd like it to be easy to use and suited for the goal of the project." I know she's asking for a lot, but Frances wants to gain exposure for her projects and personal profile through a good online presence. And she's curious about technology. She enjoys taking the time to build her own websites and to keep up with the latest digital trends. She thrives seeing customers and visitors enjoy a website that she's made. And if she can help someone feel happier or like a problem has been solved, then she feels like she's succeeded. Her pain points are mostly focused around her lack of expertise. So when there's a steep initial learning curve, or when often documentation is difficult for her to understand, the differences between communication between customers and authors versus customers and Envato are opaque to Frances, and she doesn't understand why her purchase doesn't look like the demo. So if you want to appeal to a customer like Frances, the recommendations are to improve your documentation to include more everyday language, screenshots, and anything that can aid or help with interpretation. Be honest with how advanced your theme is so customers can learn the skills required to use it. And let customers know early that when they first download the theme or code and open it, it's not going to look like the demo. And that's really okay. Like, it's really good to highlight that a demo is inspirational. Finally, we have Tito. So Tito owns an agency in Brazil and services clients in South America and the US. They're creating websites to help other businesses. Tito runs a core group of 3 people and contracts with freelancers depending on which projects they have on. So for Tito, everything revolves around his business. It's really a 24/7 kind of a job. Tito has intermediate skills in WordPress and design and is competent with code. Tito's quote is, "I specialize in a few things, but I'm a generalist overall. I know WordPress well now. It's definitely not the easiest to use unless you're well advanced, but I'm past that curve now. I tend to sort by best rated. I'm trying to shortcut the process of finding something awesome." So to use Tito's words, he wants the ability to make awesome websites for his customers within a budget. He's looking for a theme that fits the project And honestly, price is secondary to getting the right theme. He's looking to be inspired and is concerned about his access to support. His pain points are around trust and time. So he doesn't have time to learn new technical skills because he has delivery deadlines to his own clients. Documentation sometimes feels like an afterthought, and parts of it can be hard for him to understand. And he doesn't buy themes that don't have lots of reviews because he doesn't trust them. So if you want to appeal to a customer like Tito, the recommendations are to invest in your documentation. I know that you guys can see the theme that's developing here. Take the time to ensure your documentation doesn't skip steps in process and is easy to read. Encourage reviews from buyers, both good and bad. If a product only has positive reviews, Tito feels like it's inauthentic. He's looking for the catch. And you can tell for Tito that reviews and comments are really important. He's looking for what's wrong with an item before deciding if he wants to buy it, because he wants to decide for himself if the difficult parts are something that he can deal with. He's also looking at how authors respond to negative comments. Do they respond at all? Are they helpful? Are they polite? Tito is a professional and he wants to work with other professionals. So I've talked about a lot of different ways we think about customers and different ways that they behave, but there are some things that we know about all of our customers, regardless of segment or industry or product or profile. They want to find what they need easily. They want the transaction to be easy to complete, and they want to trust the quality of the items that they buy. From talking to our customers, we also know that we help them save time and money, and we help them branch out into new skills and services. So rather than starting from scratch, Market and Elements allows customers to complete their projects without doing all of the work themselves. Your items allow customers to focus on the stuff which is unique to each of their projects, which allows them to produce more in less time. Customers come to us for a diverse range of beautiful items and get inspiration from those items, as well as building blocks for their own projects. So, as I said before, our customers are your customers, and looping back to how customers use Envato, obviously buying trends do change over time. So Market is a mature product. We've been around for a while and we've got an established customer base. We know what we're about. We're fulfilling our customers' needs well, and we will be helping our customers create things for many years to come. Gabby's going to talk to you a little bit later about specific trends and customer requests, but as we discussed, there's a really strong place on Market for some of our customer segments. Elements is a newer product and it's growing in leaps and bounds, which is fantastic because generally speaking, a subscription model works really well for customers who frequently need access to a broad range of items. And to be clear, Elements isn't a replacement for Market, it's a better option for some of our customers. So while we're not expecting to see exponential growth on Market, we are continuing to evolve the Market platform as our customers' expectations evolve, just like we always have. So now is my favorite part. I'd like to get to talk to you about 4 things we've been focused on lately to help customers find what they need, complete their transaction easily, and trust the quality of our items. So these things are search filters, item cards, our default sort, and category pages. So first up is search filters, and these are the filters that are on the search results page. They're on the left of the screen. They include things like categories and subcategories, tags, and prices. So we know that customers who use filters are more likely to purchase an item, and that makes sense. They're more likely to find what they're looking for. When we looked at behavior on the search page, we saw an opportunity to increase interaction with the filters, and we nailed it, actually. We smashed this out the park. So we experimented with improving the look and feel, along with reordering how they appear and simplifying the way that customers could apply multiple filters. These changes, they helped customers find what they were looking for more easily and faster. And it's no surprise, making it easier to use the Market platform and faster to find an item that fulfilled their needs increased conversion. So a higher percentage of visitors completed a transaction while they were on Market. Next up, Item cards. So item cards are used on the category pages and the search results pages to display an individual item to our customers. Now, from talking with our customers, we know a contemporary look and feel to the marketplace inspires more trust in the quality of the items available. Market is pretty large, and we also know that changing everything all at once isn't a great idea because it can feel unfamiliar and too difficult. And if customers feel like they have to figure out how it works all over again, then they can be daunted and put off. So we wanted to make Market look more contemporary, but we wanted to do it gradually in a way that feels natural. We decided to start with item cards, partly because every item has one, obviously, but also because they impact a really significant part of the customer journey. And we also had a bunch of ideas for improvements. So in general, we improved the look and feel, we increased functionality, and brought a lot more of the information that customers actually use to make a decision between items onto the cards. We also optimized the cards for each marketplace. So on ThemeForest, making the images bigger was really important to customers. We made previews available on the item cards, and we brought ratings and sales to the cards as well. Now, on Audio Jungle, unsurprisingly, it's not about larger images. We found that adding the download preview to the item card was a complete game changer. To make the experience of previews better, we also included the item number in the name of the preview file, which made it easier for customers to find an item they had downloaded when they returned to Market and were ready to purchase. So these are just a couple of examples, but increasing customers' confidence in the quality of the items by redesigning the item cards and making it easier and faster for customers to compare items increased conversion. Next up, default sort. Now, default sort describes the criteria used to order items on the search pages. Sort can be changed by customers using the pills in the top right of the search results screen. So this change was a little different. I'm sure that you've seen conversation about it in the forums. We tested search page sorting options against each other. Newest versus trending versus bestseller versus best rated. Now, what we found was on most of our marketplaces, changing the default sort to bestseller increased revenue for all authors and was really great for our new customers. New customers who buy a best-selling item are much more likely to return to Market and buy a second item, which increases our customer base. These customers are also more likely to buy an item from a different part of the library on their return visits. So this suggests that not only do they spend more, but they also gain confidence in the quality of the market and end up exploring a larger part of the library. When customers come back, buy more, and buy across asset types, we have a healthier ecosystem and a healthier system for our authors. So this change, it increased revenue for all authors, and it positively impacted our customer behavior. And it's particularly great for our new customers. But we also know that there's a segment of our customer base that is looking for unique items. And this is where the category pages and blocks come in. So category pages are used to help customers browse and find the items they're looking for. They are visual collections that help our customers understand what to expect within a category. So using the newly improved item cards that I was talking about just before, we redesigned the look, feel, and functionality of our category pages. These pages used to be a single long list of items which only highlighted one portion of our library and didn't allow for merchandising or exposing different content. So this is where the blocks come in. Different blocks show items from different parts of the library, for example, bestsellers or new bestsellers, popular tags, new releases, and rising stars. The new design of the category pages allows us to balance the need for new customers to get an item which tempts them to return with the health of the market and the needs of our other customer segments. So since we have customers who want new and unique items, as well as customers who want established items, the new category page means we can help more segments of our customer base find the items that they want faster. Making it faster to find what our customers are looking for and making Market look more contemporary and therefore more trustworthy has increased conversion, and it's allowed us to maximize exposure. So I've been talking about a lot of experiments, and I'd love to just take a moment on why we run so many. Firstly, Market is a 10-year-old code base, and changes are complex. We test to validate our assumptions before committing to a change. And second, we have an existing customer base and a really strong position in our industry. We want to ensure that any changes we make are going to actually make our customers happy. We really do not want to guess. This means running tests and measuring the results with real customers. For the results to be meaningful and reliable, we need our customers to behave as they would normally, which means that we're rarely going to announce experiments in advance. Even knowing that there's a test can influence customer behavior and make the results unreliable. So, since we're always running experiments, let me tell you about what we're currently working on. So remember those customers who are served better by a subscription model? We're investing in more sophisticated ways to send the right customers to the right product for them. You've probably seen some of the tests we're running on home pages, but we're also running a test on item pages. Cam actually mentioned it earlier. In the meantime, the header bar takes 0.18% of traffic from the item pages. We know that there are concerns with the header bar, especially on the checkout. So we ran an experiment to see if it was harming conversion, and it's not. In fact, when we removed the header bar from the checkout, we made the same amount of revenue on Market, but we lost customers on Elements, which in the end is a worse result for the Envato author community overall. Those customers who are better served by a subscription, they didn't find out that we had one. We want to be transparent about which product is right for each customer and clearly articulate the separation of Market and Elements. While we're currently testing different ways to tell the right customers about Elements, this is going to take some time and a lot more experimentation as we find the right way to tell the right customer about the right product at the right time. We're also working on tooling to make it easier for y'all to run discounts and promotions. Again, Cam mentioned this just before. So we know that customers respond to discounts and promotions, not only because our initial tests showed increased conversion and revenue, but also because we see you are already doing it. As you know, at the moment, we can't make your promotions obvious to customers in search and as they browse. I can see this in the chat at the moment, which limits the potential exposure and upside for authors. So the tool that we're building at the moment will make it easier for you to schedule a discount and easier for customers to find items that are discounted. It'll give you another way to strategically engage with your customers around price and give us ways to highlight discounted items to customers. We're using the new item cards, category pages, and blocks, and we'll be giving customers the tools to filter and search for items on sale. I'm really excited about this one, partly because it's kind of my baby, but partly because it's good for authors and it's good for customers, which in the end is good for authors as well. So I'm super stoked to see this one come about. Looking further ahead, we're going to continue to run tests and optimize our customer experience and continue to invest in updating the look and feel of Market. We're reviewing our home pages at the moment and talking to customers about their feelings, both around Market itself and around our competitors, and using those interviews to inform and shape our updates. At the moment, we feel like the biggest opportunities are around discovery and increasing trust signals for our customers, but we're always looking for ways to make our customers happier and make it easier for them to find, trust, and buy your items. Now, I can see that there are a bunch of questions already, so I hope that you found this useful. And I think James is going to come back and we'll have a little bit of a Q&A.